My fiancée said, "Please stop introducing me as your future wife. It makes me look like I settled." I replied, "Noted." That night, I quietly removed my name from every wedding list she had added me to. 2 days later, she walked into her brunch in a trial dress, and when the staff told her, "You arrived alone, your partner already," she nearly lost her balance. I'm 30 and I proposed 8 months ago. We'd been together for 4 years, and I thought we were solid. The proposal was everything she said she wanted: sunset, beach, photographer hidden nearby to capture the moment. She cried, said yes, posted it everywhere. Her friends went crazy in the comments. For weeks after, she couldn't stop showing people the ring. Then the wedding planning started, and something shifted. It began subtly. We'd be at dinner with friends, and I'd say something like, "My future wife loves this place," and she'd get this tight smile. The first time it happened, I thought maybe she was just particular about the phrasing. Some people don't like being defined by their relationship status. I get that, but it kept happening. At a family gathering, I introduced her as my fiancée, soon-to-be wife, and she literally pulled me aside afterward. "Can you not do that?" she said. "Do what?" "The whole future wife thing. It's weird." "How is it weird? That's literally what you are." She sighed like I was being difficult. "It just sounds so possessive. Like you're claiming ownership or something." "I'm not claiming ownership," I said. "I'm expressing that I'm excited to marry you." "Well, it makes me uncomfortable," she said. "So please stop." I dropped it. Figured maybe she was stressed about wedding planning. She'd been going to a lot of appointments, dealing with vendors, picking colors and flowers, and all the things I honestly didn't care much about. I told her early on to make the decision she wanted. I'd show up and say my vows. She seemed happy with that arrangement. 3 weeks later, we were at a networking event for her company. She worked in marketing, and these things were important for her career. I came along as her plus one, met some of her colleagues, made small talk. At one point, someone asked how we knew each other. "This is my fiancé," she said quickly, before I could answer. "Future husband," I added with a smile, trying to match her energy. Her face changed. Just for a second, but I saw it. Annoyance. Maybe even embarrassment. Later that night in the car, she brought it up again. "I asked you to stop doing that," she said. "Doing what?" "Calling yourself my future husband. Introducing me as your future wife. All of it." "I'm confused," I said, keeping my eyes on the road. "We're engaged. We're getting married in 6 months. These are just facts." "It's the way you say it," she said. "Like you're so proud of yourself for locking me down." That one stung. "Locking you down? We're supposed to be partners. I thought you wanted this." "I do want this," she said, but her voice sounded uncertain. "I just don't want to be reduced to being someone's wife." "I'm not reducing you to anything," I said. "You have your career, your friends, your whole identity. Me being excited about marrying you doesn't erase any of that." "You don't get it," she said, and we drove the rest of the way home in silence. The breaking point came at her friend's birthday party 2 weeks ago. It was at a nice restaurant, about 15 people. I knew some of them, not all. Her friend's sister was there, someone I'd never met. We got to talking, she asked about us, and I said, "Yeah, we're getting married in April. This is my future wife." My fiancée overheard. She excused herself from her conversation, came over, and physically stepped between us. "We need to get a drink," she said to me, not asking. At the bar, she turned on me. "I've asked you multiple times to stop that. Why do you keep doing it?" "Because it's true," I said. "Because I'm proud to be marrying you." "Please stop introducing me as your future wife," she said, each word deliberate. "It makes me look like I settled." Everything stopped. The noise of the restaurant faded. I just stared at her. "What did you just say?" She realized her mistake immediately. "I didn't mean it like that." "How did you mean it then?" "I just meant, people might think I'm desperate or something. Like I was so eager to get married that I said yes to the first person who asked." "I'm not the first person who asked," I said quietly. "I'm the person you said yes to because you supposedly wanted to spend your life with me." "I do want that," she said, but she couldn't look at me. "Do you?" I asked. "Because it really sounds like you regret this." "I don't regret it," she said. "I just need you to respect my boundaries." "Noted," I said. I didn't cause a scene. Didn't storm out. Just went back to the party, stayed for another hour, made polite conversation. She kept glancing at me like she wanted to say something, but I didn't give her the opening. When we got home that night, she tried to talk about it. I told her I was tired and went to bed. The next morning, Saturday, she left early for a yoga class. I made coffee and opened my laptop. Then I systematically went through every wedding-related account and vendor portal she'd given me access to. The venue had both our names on the contract. I contacted them and requested to be removed as a co-signer, said I needed to be taken off all correspondence. They were confused but complied. The catering company had me listed as a point of contact. I called and removed myself. The photographer, the florist, the DJ, the cake designer. One by one, I went through the list. It took 3 hours. Some required phone calls, some just needed an email. By early afternoon, my name was scrubbed from everything except the marriage license application, which I couldn't legally remove myself from without her knowledge. I also canceled the joint wedding planning app subscription we'd been using, removed myself from the shared spreadsheet, took my name off the gift registry. She came home around 2 p.m., happy and relaxed from yoga. "Want to grab lunch?" she asked. "Sure," I said. We went to a cafe we liked. Normal conversation. She talked about wedding stuff, mentioned she had a dress-fitting brunch thing on Monday with her bridesmaids. Some boutique was doing a special event where brides could try on dresses and have brunch. She'd been looking forward to it for weeks. "Sounds nice," I said. "You have that work thing Monday morning, right?" she asked. "Yeah, early meeting," I said, which was true. "Okay, so I'll probably be gone when you get home. The brunch is at 11 and it'll probably go until 2 or 3. Have fun," I said. Sunday passed normally. We watched TV, did laundry, meal prepped for the week. She seemed like she'd forgotten about the fight at the party. Or maybe she was just relieved I wasn't bringing it up. Monday morning, I left for my meeting at 7 a.m. It ended around 10. I went to a coffee shop and waited. At 11:47, my phone rang. Her name on the screen. I let it ring. She called again immediately. Then again. Then a text. "Call me now." I waited 5 minutes, then called back. "Where are you?" she said immediately, her voice shaking. "Coffee shop." "What?" "I'm at the brunch venue, and they're saying you canceled the dress-fitting appointment. They're saying you removed yourself from all the wedding vendor lists. What the hell is going on? You asked me to stop calling you my future wife because it made you look like you settled," I said calmly. "So, I figured you might want to handle the wedding planning yourself. Since I'm apparently so embarrassing to be associated with." "That's not what I meant, and you know it," she said. "Actually, I don't know it," I said. "You've spent weeks telling me to stop expressing excitement about marrying you. You've made it very clear that being my future wife is somehow degrading to you. So I'm giving you space. By sabotaging our wedding?" "I didn't sabotage anything," I said. "All the appointments still exist. All the vendors are still booked. They just have your name on file instead of both of ours. You can handle it all yourself now. No embarrassing future husband to deal with." She was quiet for a long moment. I could hear her bridesmaids in the background, asking what was wrong. "We need to talk about this," she finally said. "Okay, when you get home." "I'm leaving now," she said. "I thought the brunch went until 2 or 3. "I can't stay here," she said, her voice breaking. "Everyone's asking questions, and I don't know what to tell them." "Tell them the truth," I said. "Tell them your fiancé makes you look like you settled, so you're handling everything yourself." I hung up. She got home about 40 minutes later. I was sitting on the couch with my laptop, looking at apartment listings. "What are you doing?" she asked. "Looking for a place," I said. "Figured I should start planning my exit since you clearly don't want to be married to me." "I never said that," she protested. "You said being introduced as my future wife makes you look like you settled," I said, closing the laptop and looking at her directly. "Those were your exact words. So either you don't actually want to marry me, or you're embarrassed to be marrying me. Either way, that's not a marriage I want to be in." She sat down heavily on the chair across from me. I was stressed, and I said something stupid. "You've been saying versions of that same thing for weeks," I corrected. "This wasn't a one-time slip. You've consistently made me feel like my excitement about our relationship is somehow shameful." "I didn't mean to make you feel that way," she said. "But you did," I said. "And when someone tells you repeatedly that something bothers them, and you keep doing it anyway, that says something about how you really feel." "So what?" she said, getting angry now. "You're just going to throw away 4 years and an engagement because I asked you to change how you introduce me?" "I'm considering throwing it away because my fiancé told me to my face that marrying me makes her look like she's settled," I said. "That's not a small thing. That's not wedding stress. That's how you actually feel about me." She started crying. "I don't feel that way. I love you. I want to marry you. Then why did you say it? I asked. Because my friends have been making comments, she admitted, about how you're always so eager to call me your future wife, how you seem more excited about the wedding than I do. And it made me self-conscious. Like maybe I should be playing it cooler or something. So you let your friends' opinions dictate how you treat me, I said. They're my closest friends, she said defensively. And I'm supposed to be your future husband, I said. Supposed to be the person you prioritize above everyone else. But instead, you've spent weeks making me feel like I'm embarrassing you. What do you want me to do? She asked. How do I fix this? I don't know if you can, I said honestly. Because even if you apologize, even if you explain it away as stress or friend influence or whatever, I'm always going to remember that you said it. I'm always going to wonder if you really do think you settled. She sobbed harder. I didn't settle. You're amazing. You're kind and patient, and you've put up with so much wedding nonsense without complaining. I'm the one who doesn't deserve you. That's not the compliment you think it is, I said. We sat in silence for a while. Her crying, me just feeling numb. I need time, I finally said. I need to think about whether I actually want to go through with this wedding. Don't say that, she pleaded. Why not? I asked. You've made it pretty clear you have doubts. Maybe I should have some too. I don't have doubts, she insisted. Yes, you do, I said. Otherwise you wouldn't care so much about how introducing you makes you look. Otherwise you wouldn't be worried about seeming desperate or settled. Those thoughts don't come from nowhere. She couldn't respond to that. The next few days were tense. We barely spoke. She tried multiple times to have the conversation, but I kept putting it off. I wasn't ready. Every time I looked at her, I heard those words. It makes me look like I settled. For days after the brunch incident, her mother called me. That was unusual. We got along fine, but we weren't close. What's going on with you two? She asked. Did she tell you? I asked. She told me you removed yourself from all the wedding planning and she doesn't know why, her mother said. She's devastated. She told me that introducing her as my future wife makes her look like she's settled, I said. So I figured she'd prefer to handle things herself. Her mother was quiet for a moment. She said that, word for word. Another pause. That girl has always cared too much about what other people think, her mother said. It's been a problem her whole life. But I didn't think she'd let it ruin her relationship. Maybe she didn't think it would matter, I said. Of course it matters, her mother said. You have every right to be hurt. That was a cruel thing to say. So what do? I asked. That's up to you, she said. But speaking as her mother, I can tell you she loves you. She's just immature sometimes. She gets in her head about things. But if you're willing to work through it, I think she'll grow from this. And if I'm not willing? I asked. Then that's your choice too, she said. No one would blame you. A week after everything exploded, we finally sat down and really talked. No deflections, no excuses. I was wrong, she said. I let my insecurity and my friends' comments get into my head. I made you feel like you were doing something wrong when you were just being excited about us. And I'm sorry. I need to know you actually want this, I said. Not that you're just going through with it because everyone expects you to. Not because you don't want to deal with canceling everything. I need to know you actually want to marry me. I do, she said, looking me in the eye. I really do. And I'm going to prove it to you. How? I asked. By putting you first, she said. By not caring what anyone else thinks about how we present our relationship. By being proud to be your future wife instead of self-conscious about it. That's going to require actually changing, I said. Not just saying you will. I know, she said. And I'm ready to do that. 3 weeks have passed since then. She's been making an effort. She's introduced me as her future husband multiple times in front of her friends. She put my name back on all the vendor lists herself, called each one personally. She even posted on social media about how excited she is to marry her future husband, complete with mushy caption that her friends definitely noticed. It's not perfect. I'm still hurt, still cautious, still wondering if we're really going to make it to April. But we're trying. Going to couples counseling, having harder conversations, setting boundaries with friends who have too much influence. Last night, we were at dinner and she introduced me to someone as my future husband. I didn't react, just smiled and shook the person's hand. But afterward, in the car, she took my hand. I'm proud to be marrying you, she said. And I'm sorry it took almost losing you for me to say that out loud. I'm proud to be marrying you too, I said. When you actually want to be married to me. I do want that, she said. I really do. I don't know if we'll make it. I don't know if the damage is something we can fully repair, but we're trying. And for now, that's all I've got.